about the root system, we can create, we can read, we can update, we can delete. Now we are going to learn more about form processing. And in this section, I'm going to explain also about the Django filter. So in the form processing, I will just use the user login. Okay, we are going to learn how to make the user login in Django. And the second section, we are going to learn about how to use some filtering function. Okay, so there are two things we will learn. First is using the Django authentication. We are going to make a user login. And we are going to find a way to do the simple search. The good thing in Django is they have the user authentication, so you can just reuse it. Now we are going to use the existing Django authentication. And yeah, I think you need to follow the step by step from this slide. Okay. So to use the auth app, okay, we call it, this is authentication app. So we need to add the app into our project level. So let's add a new line in the urls.py at the parent folder. Okay. So in the parent folder, okay, in the parent folder, now I'm using the big project. In the parent folder, you can see the urls.py. Okay, so in the urls.py, last time we create the FAQ, and then we create the user management, which is the member. Now there will be a new path, which is account. So this account will include this authentication from Django. So you don't need to create any app about this one because it is embedded in Django. And you need to call the django.contrib.out. This is the authentication.urls. After you include that one, by the default, Django will look within a templates folder called registration. So you need to make a folder named registration in the templates for the authentication templates. So the login template is called login.html. So for this one, let's create a folder. The folder name is templates registration. And then let's create a new file, login.html. And let's just use this simple HTML code. So I'm going to make the templates registration. So in the templates, okay, I make a new directory, registration. And then in the directory registration, I'm going to create a new HTML file, which is login. And then I will copy and paste this code. So in the registration, I will make a new HTML file, login. So in this login, we are going to use a method post. Okay? So we are going to learn what is post later. And I guess you know about the CSRF token. Okay? The CSRF token means we would like to verify whether it is a method from Django. So we want to make sure the security of this form. And then we are going to use the form. It means there is an existing method in the authentication app. We just use all the information from the form. So when we submit it, so it means we are going to log in into the system. When we use the authentication app in the Django, the login functionality now is working, but we should specify where to redirect the user upon a successful login. So if you success, then where will you go? So we need to specify the name login redirect URL. If the login success, then you will go to one place. For example, here, let's just modify the settings.py, and then we can add this one. If the login success, let's go to the folder slash. So I will make this one. So you can open the settings. You can put anywhere actually. Let's say I will put at the bottom part. So if the login success, it will go to slash. Slash means, yeah, we will go this one. HTTP :// localhost 8000 /. So that will be the address. Now let's run. Okay, you can see directly, okay, without any design. The form contains two information, username and password. Last time, I think we create a super user. Okay, so you can use the super user information. In my computer, I use user, and the password at the time I use the half IME 203. Okay, now you can see if the information success, it goes to the slash. What is slash? Slash is the home, and we know that in the home, nothing. Okay, there's nothing. We need to specify the path. If the path is admin, then we will go to admin. If the path is FAQ, we go to the app FAQ. If the path is member, we go to the path member. If we want to go to account, then there will be another path. So it works, but we need to create a home page. Okay? We need to create a home. How to create a home? Now let's create a simple home page. Okay? So we want a simple home page displaying one message to the login users and another to log out users. So let's create two new files. The first will be base.html and the second will be home.html. And those two will be in the templates folder. Okay, so let this code be the base.html. So in the template, I'm creating a new HTML file, base.html, and then I modify with the code in the PowerPoint. and then homes.html. It is also in the folder templates. Let me create home.html. So this is the code for home.html. Okay, so we have base.html. This is the base, and then home.html. This is the code for home.html. Because in the base.html, I'm using Bootstrap. Do you still remember Bootstrap? Okay. So let me just use a very simple Bootstrap. In your project, if you want to make a good or a fancy Bootstrap, yeah, you can choose the fancy one. Okay, let me just use very simple Bootstrap. So after you have the base, you have the home. Now let's look at the login.html. Okay. Let me update the login.html with this one. So login.html is located in the registration. So the previously it is only about the user ID and password. So let me just replace everything. So in this code, I would like to use the base. So I hope that you understand extends. And then blog title. So the title will be login. And then this is the content. So the content will be related to the login form. So the user ID and the user password. Now we need to update the urls.py or the parent folder. Let's update the Django project. Okay, so if the Django project is the big project, then I'm going to use the big project. The urls.py, so we can display the home page. Okay. Import the template view on the urls.py. Okay, so this is the template view. So I'm just using the generic template from the Django. So I'm going to use this one. In the urls.py, in the parent folder, which is big project, I would like to add one more. Okay. So if we go to the blank, so nothing. If the path is nothing, then we will run the template view. The template view, we will run the home.html. So we don't use any views.py. We just go to this home.html. And then in order to use this template, we need to get the library. So this is the template view from the Django.views generic.base. So now let's see. If I refresh this one, then okay, now it shows hi user. Okay, I use the user. Okay, it works, but how do we log out? So we can log in, but how if we want to log out? So I give you another way for this logout. This logout function has been updated. Okay. So I'm not sure if in your Django it will work or not, because it depends on the Django version. Okay. So I try to look at my current Django version and it works for the Django 4.1. Okay. So if you are using different Django version, please let me know later. So we can add a logout button to the home.html. How we can add this one? So we will add it under the user name. So let's look at the content first. So I will add this one. I will add the blue color. So let's go to the home.html. In the blog content, there is one if. What is this if? If user dot is authenticated. It means if the user exists in the database, okay, then you can enter the website. Then it will show hi user dot username. Else, it means if the user is not authenticated or if the user does not match with the data in the database, then it will show you are not logged in. Okay. It means when the user is authenticated, let's put more code. What is the code? It will show about the form. The form, it will be related to logout. So if we click this logout, so if we click this submit, it will run the logout function. I hope that you already know the URL logout. So we are going to make this logout. Sorry, PNP, this is the from Django, okay? And we are going to use the method post. Again, we are using the CSRF token. It means we are going to make sure that this form is a secure form for the Django. And again, for the login and logout from the authentication of Django, we need to set up the logout redirect URL. It means in the first time, we define the login redirect URL. Login redirect URL means if you success to input the user ID and password, then you go to one web or you can go to one kind of link. If you are doing the logout and if it is success, then you will go also to one kind of link. Okay. So let's update. I'm going to use home. So for login redirect URL, I'm going to use home. For logout redirect, I'm going also to use home. What does it mean by home? Okay, so I will use this home in the settings. So I will update this one, not using the slash, but I'm going to home. Home means if you click this one, okay, so if you click on this one with control, it nothing. So actually this is the name of the URLs when you define home. So if you call this name, then it means you will go to this home.html. That's why whenever you make the name, okay, make sure that the name is unique. Okay. Then if it is unique, you can go to any path where the path is created. So it means it will go to the URL home once it is success for login or logout. Okay, so let's try. if you refresh this one, then you will see a new button, logout. Okay. And if I press logout, so now it mentioned you are not logged in. Let's log in. Okay. So I'm going to log in with my username user of IME203. Then, yeah, again, it goes to user. And then if I log out, then again log out. Okay. So that's the very simple login and log out. So you don't need to code because Django already have the embedded function. Now I'm going to teach you with the sign up page. With the sign up page means we are going to make a form so a new user can register. Now, if you want to register, you can go to the admin page, but of course it is not allowed for the general users. You can go to the admin page. Okay, you can go to the admin page. You can start with the user, and then you can go here, and then you can add the user. But of course, you will not allow any users to just give the name in this administrator page. So you need to make a new page for a new user. Then I will just log out from here. Now let's make a new sign up page. So Django does not provide a built-in view or URL for sign up. So we must code up the form and the page ourselves. Now let's create a new app, and that's the name of the app is account. I think by now you know how to create a new apps. So let me just use this Python minutes.py start app accounts. So I can go to the terminal. Okay, I am going to create a new starter. I'm going to create a new apps which is account. So I will refresh. Okay, now I have a new app which is account. Okay, and let's see. After I have the accounts, okay, please don't forget, whenever you have a new app, you need to put the app in the install app at a setting. Just for a simplification, because we are going to make a new page for the sign up, let's just connect to this account. Okay. So in the install apps, in the settings, in the install app, this is the install apps. You can make a new apps which is account. In the previous section, I give the config for the install app. I also give the config for the user management. For the accounts, you can just use accounts, okay, because yeah, we are going to make something from scratch. Okay. So if you are going to use the existing function, you can use the config. It is embedded function in Django. If you want to create from scratch, you can just call the account, which is the folder name. Okay. So after you have the folder name, then you can call one by one. Now, as we already know from the examples on FAQ and user members, we need to call the URLs. So let's put one path to the accounts.urls. Okay, we go to the big project. Let's make this one. So in the URL patterns, I have a new link, which is accounts, and then it will connect to the URLs at the folder accounts. Now let's create a views.py. Okay, so the step is the same with any kind of examples. First, set up the views.py, and in this views.py, I'm going to create a class. So this views.py inside the account. So in the views.py, you can include the account here. So you can see that this user creation form is obtained from the Django authentication. So the Django authentication, they have also the user creation form, and you can just reuse it. And then it goes to the reverse lazy. This is a function to just use any login after you create the form. And then we want to create the view. So the form class, this create view means we want to make a form based on this create view. So later we will see what is the meaning by the create view. It is the embedded from Django. And then when we create the form from the user creation form, we can do login. So the template name will be from the signup.html. This is already exists in the registration folder. So in the accounts, let's create a file urls.py. In the folder accounts, let's create urls.py. urls, and then when we go to the sign up, when the link is sign up, then we will go to the sign up view, and we are going to call the method as view. So this is an embedded function in Python. So if you want to know, you can click as view, then this is the embedded function. Now we need to create the sign up.html. Okay, so let me just create a very simple one. So let's create the registration. In the registration, we have the sign up.html. So in this sign up.html, we are just using the form from the existing sign up. So we call the sign up view, and then we just call the form from the existing sign up, and we were going to show it in this sign up.html. Okay, so let's see if we run this. Sign up. Oops. No. No module name account.urls. Oh, do I miss something here? Oh, okay, I forgot. We need to do the make migrations and migrate. Okay, I forgot to put that in. So let's go to the terminal. You know, we need to do the Python manage.py make migration. Okay, so you can call, let's say I want to make migration the accounts, or if you want to make migration for all the apps. Okay? So if you want to make all the apps, then you can just do make migration. Account. No change is detected. Then I will do the manage.py migrate. Let me refresh. Okay, now it shows the sign up. So in the sign up, this is the sign up form from Django. So this is the given form from Django. You can define the username and you can define your password. So in the sign up form from Django, they already have this kind of rules. Okay? So you can follow the rules. So the password cannot be too similar with your other personal information, at least 8 characters, and then you cannot use a commonly password. You cannot put all the numeric. This is just for the security purpose. So let's make a new user. Let's say I have user 2, and then password is up to you. Let me just set hope IME203, and then there will be another password. I hope IME203, and then sign up. So after you sign up, it goes directly to the login page. So this is after you finish with this sign up, then you will go to the login page. This in the accounts when you are setting this one. Okay. After you finish with the form, user creation form, then you will go to the login page. So you can log in with the information that you just provided. I use user 2 of IME203. Now you can see that I'm logging in the user 2. So if I log out, then it's log out, so it goes to the login page again. Okay, so let's have a break. Okay, I'll continue after the break.